So there are 4 key areas that you want to focus on. Now, the first is the way you're training, right? The second is your nutrition, your calorie intake, your protein, all the good stuff. Third, hydration. Fourth is rest. Rest is very, very important. And among young guys, it is very often the most neglected area. So I'm going to give to you all of this amazing information so you can become super jacked and feel great in your body and be dancing around and be all confident in front of the ladies. So let's go. So training. So basically what you want to do is what you want to create in your gym session is bursts of really high intensity followed by long rests. So you want to go as close to failure as possible. So say you're on bench. No, that's a bad example. Say you're on chest press. Okay. You're doing 60 kilograms. You do 10 reps, and then you're really struggling for the last one. You get it. Okay. What you want to do from that point is usually people would just give up as soon as it starts burning. But you're not like most people, right? Because you're watching self-improvement videos and you want to get fucking jacked. So what you want to do is go for the next rep. Push as hard as you can for the next rep. If you get it, you get it. Push really hard for the next one. If you don't get it, once you hit failure, once you can't get any more full reps, go for partial reps. So what this will look like a lot of the time is either sort of cheating the weight back into the position of the move. But it will always look like this. Cheat the weight back into the bit of the move that is the easiest to hold. So on chest press, that will be in the fully shortened position, and then you'll just do partials like that to get even closer to failure. On, say, bicep curls, that would mean, it's going to be hard to see, but that would mean going to the bottom and then just doing partials like that, right? If you're training with one of your friends, which I highly advise, by the way, you can get them to sort of to assist your rep, so you can squeeze every last bit of strength out of your muscles, so you can get even closer to failure. Now, you don't want to take this too far, because if you go into the gym with the goal of just like really hammering your muscle as much as possible, you'll just be sore as fuck. You'll take way too long to recover, and the extra gains you would have gotten from that won't be worth it. So in the long term, you'll actually end up killing your gains. So you do have to find that sort of sweet spot where you're able to recover in time for the next workout, but you're properly hammering your muscles. Yeah. And then with such high intensity, in order to be able to bring your very best performance to each set, you need 3-minute rests in between every single set. 3-minute rest if it's a bilateral exercise. So for example, squats, bench, so you're doing both sides of your body at the same time. But when it's like, what's a good example? Like, say you're doing like a single arm chest fly, right, with cables. If you're doing a unilateral exercise, i.e. you're doing one side of your body at a time, then you can cut down your rest to 1.5 minutes. Okay, first section done. Nutrition is very simple. Literally, if you're trying to gain mass, you want to ideally weigh yourself every morning, because what gets measured gets managed. Weigh yourself every morning. Keep adding food to your calorie intake every day until you actually end up gaining weight every day consistently, because that's the state you want to be in. That's the kind of state, that being a calorie surplus, where you're taking in more calories than you're burning. That is the state where you'll be hitting PRs every week. You'll be putting on a shit ton of mass. You'll get a little bit fat. I won't lie to you. You will get a little bit fat, and it won't feel great. But long term, this is how you build a physique that you're really proud of as fast as possible. Protein is also important. I'd say don't go crazy with managing it like a lot of gym rats these days do. I would say literally just, aim to get as much food in as possible, and aim to have a decent meat content in your breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever. I would also definitely add, just for the sake of your health, don't dirty bulk. Dirty bulking is basically where you sacrifice your health for the sake of easy calorie intake through eating like pizza, donuts, chips, crisps, all this junk food. It's really calorie high, so it can make bulking a lot easier. I know I'm really selling this to you guys, but just if you have any level of self-respect, you will not sacrifice your health for this. Honestly, you can find so much more pride in building a really, really strong physique through only eating clean than through stuffing your face with a bunch of chocolate, crisps, fizzy drinks, whatever. Okay. 3, hydration. Very, very simple. Just get 2.5 liters of pure water in to your body every day. Simple as that. 2.5 liters, and ideally aim to space that out throughout the day as much as possible, just to maximize absorption into your blood. Because your muscles are like 70% water. So if you want to grow them, you really need to be on top of your hydration. It's so overlooked in the bodybuilding community. 4th, finally, rest. Rest is very important. Aside from the rest in between sets that you're already taking now, 3 minutes, remember that, you need to have at least 1, ideally 2, rest days every single week. So I know a lot of you will only be going to the gym like 3 times a week, maybe 4, maybe even 2, maybe 1. If you've got other commitments, sure, fine, I can understand. But a lot of you other guys will be really fucking into the gym. Like once you step in there, you just get addicted. That happened to me. You just want to make sure that no matter what, you've always got at least 1 rest day a week. For some guys, if your recovery is a bit worse, like mine is, you want 2 rest days a week. So I only go to the gym 5 times a week, and I do sports on the other days. But yeah, if you don't have sufficient rest days in between all of your gym sessions, you're not actually giving your muscles enough time to recover before you train them again. And so you'll be nowhere near maximum capacity. So you won't actually give them the chance to grow and get stronger and bigger, which is obviously the entire point of going to the gym. So it can completely undermine the whole process if you don't take enough rest. And very, very finally, sleep. You also really need to be on top of your sleep. You don't have to have perfect sleep quality every night, for like 15 hours, but 8 hours of decent sleep quality, more nights than not, will serve you very well. Because your muscles grow while you're asleep, right? That's where all your growth occurs mentally and physically. So if you're not spending enough time in that state of deep sleep, you're not actually giving your muscles enough time. Similar to what I said a few moments ago, you're not actually giving your muscles enough time to grow, get stronger, get bigger, so that you can go and attack them again to build them even more, right? So yeah, though it can feel great to just go and hammer your muscles day in, day out, and just really punish your body, the sort of masculine energy tends towards that a lot. But if you really want to see genuine growth, you need to, actually dial it back a bit. And not in your training, but in the sort of the length of the periods between each session. That is all. Use this information wisely. Become jacked. Love how you look. Love life. Come on.